right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the American Dota League. We've got Pain Gaming Brazil versus Pain Gaming International. Thanks for joining us here on twitch.tv/American Dota League. I am Mont, joined by tonight Aosin. How are you, sir?
10 seconds remaining.
I'm doing good, my friend. And you?
We had some great games earlier. I was talking to you about the previous game, Pain versus SMG, and what a game that was. You don't often see Gyro with Divine Rapier, but it happened, and, Smeagol took it. So yeah, definitely an interesting game, and don't know a whole lot about both of these Pain teams. I guess Pain Gaming Brazil, formerly known as Minix Gaming, or Minix Esports for that matter, but looking forward to seeing what they're going to go ahead and play. Of course, we saw the Alchemist come out from Pain in the last game right now, and the bands coming out is going to be the Lone Druid, the Lifestealer, the Bat Rider, and potentially another hero. Probably the IO.
10 seconds remaining.
That's the go-to, I think, for everybody right now.
Remaining.
The go-to ban is just, you don't want to play against that hero. It's annoying. But what do you generally think of as a good first pick now with the current meta? Like, what is something that you like to pick up first?
I think it's more or less... I haven't experimented too much, but it's more or less the same for now.
Right.
If I was in this situation, for example, I'd definitely pick up Wisp, and there you have it. So.
Yep. You could see that coming from a mile away. Pain Gaming Brazil, they say, well, we don't really care about the Wisp. The Darkseer, though, that is something on really high on our priority list here. So they're going to go ahead and just let that Wisp go to Pain Gaming International, of course, from Argentina. Pain Gaming, they've got 2 pickups as well. And with the 6.78 changes, of course, we already talked about this. The drafts have changed slightly. Nature's Prophet and Shadow Demon coming out. Nature's Prophet's so good for split pushing, and Shadow Demon as well. So Nature's Prophet, going to be really nice to have, and then the Clockwork on top of it. So there's already a lot of lockdown here, but they didn't go for like the IO-CK combo that you see early on. Besides CK, what other good heroes are there to run with the IO?
Honestly, there are a ton of combinations. In my opinion, I think Wisp is a really, really good hero. I don't know if you remember before, but I have tried Storm Wisp. That was one thing we ran before.
I do remember that.
They can still do, like, if they wanted to do Luna, you can do Luna Wisp. That still works. They have Tiny. They have Alchemist. There's like a lot of options. One thing to note is they pick Clockwork really quickly after seeing those 2 picks. I think I'm pretty sure they scrim each other a lot of the times, and I'm pretty sure they have a really good idea what they want to do already.
Yeah. And that Clockwork is really versatile. You've got the relocate on top of that. So you can essentially, right now, with the lineup that Pain Gaming Int has, they've got a hook shot, and then on top of that, you're going to get a relocate from an IO and whatever hero they want to combo up within it if they're not at the fight already. So, this is going to be troublesome for Pain. It's going to be troublesome because they have to be very aware of the surroundings. They got to kind of travel as 5 when, of course, that time comes around. There is going to be that landing stage, but once IO hits 6, they've got to be very aware of that, and they need to make sure that they're together, or at least in a non-gankable position. And that being said, we're going to see a couple more bans coming out. They will ban the CK, the Pain Brazilian team, of course, banning that out. The Visage ban coming out from Pain Gaming Int. And Visage is just rose to prominence out of nowhere, especially since the G1 League. And I think the reason being is, and you can give your opinion on this as well, is I think Soul Assumption is just a damn good spell on top of the familiars. And what are your thoughts on Visage and how he's been played recently?
Oh, Visage is an incredible hero. His early game presence is easily one of the best in the game. Like, anywhere you go, if you can get any kind of setup, whoever you're going on is gonna die 100%. Like, that damage from Soul Assumption is just ridiculous.
Right.
Right now, it's
10 seconds
for both teams. It's really hard to see how they're gonna lane this. I'm gonna assume that Pain Gaming International is probably gonna have to run a safe lane here. I guess the thing to look out for is whether or not Pain Gaming Brazil is going to contest that. So it all depends on these next few picks, I believe.
Yeah, and especially with Shadow Demon, they can be aggressive. They did run that with an Alchemist in the previous game, so I'm not sure how good their aggressive tri lane is. And you make a good point. Pain Gaming It probably is going to go for that safe lane because you've got the IO, and IO in an aggressive tri lane doesn't really work all that well. And you do see from time to time dual lanes mid with the IO and another hero like a CK, but of course that CK is banned out. The question remains, though, what Pain Gaming Int is going to run with that IO, and I think that's kind of the big question here that's going to probably go throughout the draft. And with that being said, though, I mean, there's 55 seconds left in reserve time for Pain Gaming. They've got plenty of opportunities to pick up a hero. They've got their Nature's Prophet. They've got the Shadow Demon. They can pick up another support, or they can go ahead and pick up a carry or a mid or something like that. But I think people like to pick up supports pretty much right about now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but...
Yeah, I think, if anything, they might pick up a Leshrac here or something if they're not too sure. There's ways, they're just spending a lot of bonus time here, so they might just take a safer route. Maybe they'll take Lesh here. They could also take Alchemist. Alchemist is very good with a Shadow Demon. Well, Jakiro's a good choice as well. That's a good pickup. Yeah.
I mean, with the disruption, you've got that combo where that Ice Path is almost impossible to miss. I mean, unless you somehow misclick, and I'm not even going to give it that to them. And if you miss the disruption into the Ice Path, there's a problem there. That being said, I think that's a strong combo. Jakiro does need some levels, but I mean, Macro Power is, I think, very underrated, especially if you can get the Veil of Discord, which is a very luxury item for him with the amount of experience and gold that he'll be getting. But Jakiro certainly, I think, is a good pickup for Pain. It gives them great setup, and hitting 2-man or 3-man Ice Paths, even 4-man Ice Paths, can do a lot of damage and a lot of work for Pain Gaming. Pain Gaming, they've got another pickup right now. They've got the Clockwork, they've got the IO. And it's a little too early to tell, I think, where they're going to send this Clockwork here. I think there's a good chance they probably send him into the off lane. But then again, there have been stranger things. Clockwork mid is a thing, I believe, and so we'll see what they want to do with this 1 minute and 18-second reserve time. In terms of picks, you know, there's like a Nyx Assassin available, and IO and Nyx together, I mean, that could potentially be a really nice defensive tri-lane, so...
It's possible. One of the guesses I was making was it's very possible they could pick up Treant Protector here as well. Because if they pick up Treant Protector here, you can run Clockwork mid, and you can have offlane Treant, and anything else you pick with the Wisp will most likely be very safe. And Pain Gaming Brazil is most likely going to have to return to the safe lane, and they definitely cannot contest the tri-lane with a Treant backing them up.
Yeah, I mean, Treant Protector, Win Rate Protector, whatever you want to call him. Thanks to IXDL for that, by the way. And, yeah, I mean, it's a really good hero. Like, honestly, whenever I'm feeling like, yeah, I really want to win today, I'll just pick up the Treant Protector, and I'm just like, living armor everywhere. Take it. You get a living armor, and you get living armor. But they're going to go for the Phantom Assassin. I think that's another, I think that can combo well with the IO. Just because Stifling Dagger, you don't have quite the lockdown, but the Phantom Strike is really nice to have as well. What do you think about that pickup right there?
Phantom Assassin's a very good pickup. It's fairly standard. We've seen Alliance run it numerous times. Phantom Assassin's actually pretty good in a tri-lane as well. People don't give her enough credit. I believe Blur is very powerful with 1 level in it. You can definitely survive in a tri-lane. Stifling Dagger is also a very good nuke because it doesn't cost you anything really.
Yeah.
And that Blink Strike is a free tether stun. So
exactly. And with that, they actually buffed the Blur Evasion. It was only 35% prior to the patch. It's now 40%. Weaver coming out from Pain Gaming. Definitely an interesting pickup here. I don't know how they're going to lane this right now. Do they put that in a tri-lane? Generally, when you see Weaver, you see him like solo safe lane or even solo off lane from time to time, just because Shikuchi's so nice to have. Where are they going to send this Weaver? Or is it too early to tell?
I think it's too early to tell. I don't think they would put him in the off lane. If they put him in the off lane, you're pretty much just wasting a Weaver pick. He's going to be stuck at level 1 forever.
Right.
They're definitely. I think they should be safe laning him. I'm assuming Pain Gaming Brazil's off lane is most likely going to be a Furion. So.
I think that's a good assumption.
Yeah, I think they're going to last pick a mid. They could just be tri-laning a safe Weaver.
Right. Chen. And there's going to be the Chen pickup coming up from the side of Pain Gaming in. So they're going to go for just pretty much just that dual lane with Phantom Assassin and IO probably down in that defensive bottom lane there. And then Chen will be in the jungle roaming around. Clockwork, well, he's either going to be mid or off lane right now. But the way it looks, it's going to be off lane here. And that might be difficult against that tri-lane coming out from Pain. But Clockwork can deal with a lot of aggression, I think, with Cogs. But when it comes down to it, we still have another ban left and 2 more picks, and then we'll really see what's going to happen here. I mean, we get the Invoker ban coming out from Pain. Looks like they just want to ban out mids here. I'm not sure if Invoker was the right way to go. But both of them need mids, essentially, unless they want to go Clockwork mid or if they want to do something a little bit different.
The Invoker was definitely a respect ban. I'm sure everyone's seen DDX's Invoker on.
right.
Yeah, that guy is an amazing Invoker player. I mean, I had the privilege of getting stomped by it before, so I know.
Completely forgot about DDX's Invoker, the Templar Assassin band. Smart band there. Templar Assassin's just so annoying to deal with, and they don't really have the lineup to deal with it right now. As you can see, there's not a whole lot that can really break that refraction early on. They've got a lot of nuke damage and stuff like that, but we're going to see Pain Gaming pick up a mid, and then Pain Gaming Int pick up a mid. So Pain versus Pain in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to finish up with these last two pickups here, and, well, they're going to be mids, and there's a couple of them available. You know, Quap, there's, of course, the Puck. There's actually a lot of different mids. It's going to be the Quap for the side of Pain Gaming, which they picked up in the last game. Fuzzy, of course, playing that one really well, by the way. And Pain Gaming Int, they've got a pickup here as well, and, well, I'm not sure what they're going to go for, but...
Might be a Puck.
That's what I was thinking, but...
I think Puck is pretty good here. I'm not too sure what else they could pick against the mid. Maybe I think a Beastmaster is not bad here as well.
10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Not too sure what
remaining.
else. Those are my top two picks after seeing this lineup,
remaining.
but we'll have to see what they go with.
Yeah.
But I think a Beastmaster is really good for locking down Queen of Pain and the Weaver. So
will
they
be
do
the
go
Puck.
with the Puck.
All right, so, you know, our first two predictions were right. Pretty happy about that, you know. Just getting it on the first try. Very nice there. So we will jump into the last game of the night, ladies and gentlemen. It is Pain Gaming Brazil, formerly known as Minix Esports, versus Pain Gaming International. Thanks for joining us here on the American Dota League. Once again, my name is Mott. With me tonight is Aosin. Jumping into the game real quick, we see on the side of Pain Gaming Brazil, Ned is going to be up on the Shadow Demon, Pride on the Weaver, Fuzzy on the Queen of Pain, Gizzy will be on the Jakiro. We're going to see Mino up on the Nature's Prophet. I'm missing somebody, but it doesn't matter. They're smoking right now. I think, did I get Ned on the Shadow Demon? I'm not sure.
Yes, you did. Yes,
okay,
you did.
Good. I did, but I don't know where they're headed. They might go just for like 5-man aggression down bottom. I don't think they can do Roche with this, and in fact, they're bypassing the Roche pit altogether. Well, we've got a second. Stand-in fullback is going to be up on the Phantom Assassin for the side of Pain Gaming International. TT will be on the IO. We're going to see DDX on the Puck. And Hydra will be on the Chen. And finally, to finish it all off, we're going to see Aftershock up on the Clockwork there. But meanwhile, down in the jungle, Ned, Pride, Fuzzy, everybody here. The party's all here. They're looking for somebody. And Hydra might be the lone person. Oh, gosh.
Oh, he's so dead.
He's in some trouble. They run right into him. There's the disruption. Shikuzi used a little early, but the Ice Path's going to come out right now. And the right-click damage to Hydra. He cannot do anything. He will go down. First blood going for Fuzzy. And they accomplish exactly what they wanted. And they didn't even Mino. Mino just went up in the top lane. It was actually 4-man aggression now. So early on, Pain picks up that kill, and that's going to provide them some nice early experience there. They also throw a Sentry Ward right here. That should, I believe, block this camp here. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it should. Maybe even this camp too. But
I believe it's for the big camp, not the small camp. I'm not too sure, actually. I've never seen that ward placed before, but it definitely will block the big camp. As far as the small one goes, I'm not too sure. But interesting in the left, you do see the aggressive tri-lane coming out from them. They do sense weakness. And it's definitely going to be a lot weaker now since they got the first blood. That's going to help them a lot in the tri-lane.
And Hydra's actually heading up into the top lane right now, and with Clockwork, as you can see. And so down bottom, it looks like fullback. Going to get some right-click damage coming out from the side of Pride, who's going to throw a sentry down. They're actually going to pull this creep wave all the way around, maybe back to the tower, it looks like. Yeah, they want to give some farm to Pride, so they're just going to get this onto the tower. They're just going to be really annoying here against fullback, against as well as TT. They want to get TT up to level 6 as quickly as possible. That's the only reason I can think of sending Hydra into the opposing jungle, other than that he knows that those sentry wards are there, and that they have blocked these camps completely. So this camp, the big camp, both big camps, in fact, are blocked right now. Something important to keep of note. But this aggressive tri-lane should do very well against this dual lane down here. Even with Blur, with fullback, and even with that tether, it should still be very difficult. And this is going to be counter-warded, it looks like, so they will be able to at least actually have that stack and pull camp there. And Mino is actually a little bit in more trouble here if he gets got on by the side of the Chen. DDX and Fuzzy, they're going to go at it mid right now. Fuzzy, of course, is level 2. DDX also hitting level 2, but Fuzzy with a little bit of experience lead there. And the last hits... I mean, early on, really doesn't matter that much. But right now, I mean, fullback, he's not going to be able to get a whole lot of farm here against this aggressive tri-lane. At least that's my thoughts, you know?
Yeah, they're definitely going to punish this. They know that Chen isn't here because they've warded his entire jungle. There's no way he could do anything. So they know he's not going to be there. I'm pretty sure what they're going to do... actually, they're not. I was assuming they would definitely push the lane and just dive them. I don't really see how a Wisp and a PA can survive if Shadow Demon disrupts any of them, really.
Right.
But I think Pain needs to do. Oh wait, yeah, Pain Brazil needs to push this advantage like what they have right now. They can't let this Wisp and this PA get anything because they're definitely in a position to just completely shut them down.
And they are kind of shutting them down right now. And you can see Gizzy's just trying to zone them out. They can't even get close. And I feel you, man, on that whole Pain Brazil Pain in. It's very, very interesting to see. I don't think I've ever seen something like this except for maybe Fnatic and A versus Fnatic EU once, but it's definitely a weird position where both Pains are going against each other.
I find it funny that they call it int when it's Argentina.
Yeah.
They should just call it Pain Argentina.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Fuzzy with DD in the mid lane, trying to do some damage to DDX. He doesn't have phase shift. He's going to try to return the favor with a few right clicks of his own. But that's going to be that. Mid lane, right now, going in favor of the puck. He's got 11 CS right now. But down here in the bottom lane, this is where the problem lies. And we talked about it at length. 4 CS, 4 fullback. And they're not getting experience either. I mean, IO's level 1, Phantom Assassin's 2. Gizzy's just constantly zoning them out. They're getting experience. They've got the creep wave in their favor. Aftershock coming after Mino. Mino in some trouble right now. There's the Sprout. There's the Dark Troll Warlord as well. He's getting the body block. Cannot get the cog, however. Mino, he's trying to escape on foot. I don't know if it's going to be possible. Test of Fate. And the kill coming out with the flare. The TP rotation coming out from the Shadow Demon. Not going to save his life. So now it's a dual lane versus a dual lane, at least for the time being, until Shadow Demon wants to come back down bottom. And very interesting that he decided to TP up there.
I find it really interesting that the Clockwork went for the rocket build, even though he's one-on-one against a Furion. I think having Battery Assault leveled up is a lot more powerful compared to the rocket build that he currently has. Because he's not really like firing it to the bottom lane or anything like that. So a little questionable.
Yeah. Mino TPing in, looking for an Hydra right now. As you can see, the Shadow Demon is here. There's the Sprout coming in. He's getting body blocked. There's the disruption. Does he have Soul Catcher? Yes, it's going to fly. The Hydra in some trouble. Nice Dark Troll Warlord and Snare, but that might not save his life. He's taking a lot of damage, and the poison will grab the kill. So a nice revenge kill coming out from Ned. The Shadow Demon picking up that one, and down in the bottom lane, fullback getting a few more CS, but he's still only at 6 right now in comparison to this Weaver, who's having a great time. Pride's at 22 right now.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yep, their bottom lane is pretty much secured. I guess that's why they sent their SD to help out top. They don't really need him there anymore. Right. The two of them can definitely handle them. I'm not too sure about the decision though. I think it might still be more beneficial to them if they were to just keep him down here and completely shut down the Wisp and the PA rather than
not going to be enough.
Just some harass.
Yeah, just harassing there, and so now looks like the Hydra's actually back down in the bottom lane, back down in the bottom jungle. Meanwhile, top lane, nice cogs there to save Aftershock's life, but now roaming around from the backside. Will they see in a Hydra? Gizzy, he might get Dark Troll Warlord and Snared. There it goes. Gizzy, he can Ice Path on a Night Hydra if he needs to. There's going to be the Tether coming in. No Tether Stun just yet. Ice Path, no Dual Breath flying in. Shikuchi doing a lot of damage. There's the Ice Path hitting on 2. Now a TP from Mino. Test of Faith onto Pride. He's in some trouble. He needs the Shikuchi, but it's on cooldown. The Salve will save his life. The Stifling Dagger, not enough. Fullback, he's got to fall back right now. There's a nice Tether Stun from Mino onto Mino. The Sprout, the Ice Path. They're going to pick up
very nice.
They're going to pick up TT as well. TT cannot get out. And that's 3 down. A double kill for Mino down here in the bottom lane. And it's looking so good for Pain BR right now.
That was a really good teleport by the Furion. That was some really nicely placed Ice Pass as well. Kept catching 2 people, and the Weaver got away with 12 health, I believe. He died. He did die in the end, though. He came back. I think he got hit by a blue ball by the Wisp. So most unfortunate. I honestly didn't see him die either, but okay.
Try to get some revenge plays. There's the Tether, but here comes Pride. They want to keep going right now. Where's the Ice Path? Do they have it? Can they get it? Stifling Dagger to slow him down, but Pride doing a lot of damage. TT, is he gonna fall? Yeah, no. Yes, the Shadow Poison from Shadow Demon. I was just like, there's no way they're getting that, but now diving. Mino TP'd in, but here's Aftershock looking for the cogs. No mana for, of course, the hook shot. They get, of course, full back in there, so they will get that kill on Mino. Goes down a little too far, but now they continue to chase. Another TP coming down, and this is from DDX. He's only level 5. Maybe can get Dream Coil if they can get a kill here, but there's going to be a quick Is he getting hit by it? Now looking for the kill here. DDX just trying to do damage. Nice use of that tango to go through the tree. DDX. Gizzy trying to get away. Shikuchi now coming in. Where's the Ice Path? Not going to happen. DD just barely sprouting, but he will go down in the end. But now Pride in some trouble. Tether Stun not hitting. He's got Shikuchi up in a second. There it goes, and they can't catch him now. And in the end, it's
middle tower is under attack.
I don't know.
I think it was just a. Was it that?
I
3
think
for 2?
so for Pain BR.
That was a very long engagement, so I kind of forgot already. People are already reviving and stuff like that.
Yeah, especially early on when they're like TP back in after they're like, wait, didn't they just die? Oh, they're respawned already. Okay. But yeah, I think in the end it was a 3 for 2 trade for Pain BR. I'm pretty sure they did lose a little bit of experience there. It's actually very even in terms of experience. In gold, they have the 1,500 gold lead right now, and that's at 7 minutes into the game. And fullback, he's not getting a whole lot of room to farm. And Fuzzy's at 38 CS, as of course DDX did rotate down bottom, so he's missing CS here. DDX, he does have the Dream Coil. Fuzzy's at 7 right now. DDX is at 6, so it's looking real good for Pain. And if they continue to get farmed here on Pride, I mean, he'll be doing pretty well for himself.
Denied.
Yeah, I think this co-op is going to be really game-changing soon. He's like really far ahead of this Puck. He's like 2 levels ahead of him.
Oh, but
here,
speaking of the clock, there's the hook shot to Dream Coil. Fuzzy, he can't blink out. No, he is going to go down. They will get the kill. Aftershock in, picking that one up.
That was a really big kill.
Yeah, they needed that.
Yeah. This Furion, he's going. I think he's. Oh, he went phase boost. I'm kind of surprised he went phase boost. I thought he would have went straight for the mech. I think it's a lot more beneficial to go straight for the mech. You have to keep in mind that like. Oh, I think he's gonna die here.
Yeah,
he's definitely
gonna go out. There's gonna be the battery, so not enough damage just yet. He might be able to still escape from this, but there goes the player and the kill. So Aftershock just gonna go ahead and stop that push. No problem there. But
this is actually looking not too good for Pain Brazil. They somewhat threw away their early game lead, and now that Pain International is catching up, it could be a lot worse for them. Like once Chen hits level 6, I think Pain Brazil is gonna have a really hard time trying to team fight them once Chen hits 6.
yeah, I mean, I agree with you, the Hand of God, but it looks like they do want to fight here. Nice ice path onto TT, but Pride, he's silenced up. He's going to go down. Nice kill for DDX. Fuzzy's here, but he's leaving, as you can see. Fullback, he wants to blink strike. He was trying to get through. Now blink from Fuzzy. Hookshot just barely missing on that Jakiro. And that could have been a lot worse, but they did lose their Weaver there. And now, yeah, like you said, they're turning it around. They're getting kills. DDX providing a lot of support here, as well as the Clockwork. They're kind of playing as 5 at this point, almost, to a certain extent. They might need to get back up to that top lane, as that top tower is low and there is no fortification available. Ned, he might be in some trouble. DDX could potentially go in with that Dream Coil. Ned, you are out of position, my friend. There goes the Dream Coil. He'll disrupt the Clockwork, but that's not going to save his life. Ned is going to fall. I'm not sure what he was doing there, but they will take the tower top for Namino on the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, this is definitely not looking good for Pain Brazil. Like this is
down in the bottom lane. As of course, Phantom Assassins goes down and Fuzzy now. He's starting to provide a little bit of that bonus that they needed. Namino's going to come down here and they're going to try to push this.
Yeah, so right as I said that, they secure themselves 2 kills.
Yeah. They just turned it around a little bit. And that was after they, I think, went top or went mid and just tried to get those kills. And the Hydra's here. He's level 6, by the way. He's got Hand of God, so he can use it. But now Ned and Fuzzy are looking for a kill. They've taken the tower and Hydra, he's trying to get out there. Here comes Fuzzy, blinking, picking up the Invis rune. Nice job there from Fuzzy. Disruption going in onto, of course, the Chen. He's going to try to get out. Fuzzy, he's got Sonic Wave. No, 93 seconds. TP coming out from DDX. Now the cavalry's coming in from the side of Pain Brazil. Hydra, he's in trouble. He might use his Hand of God, might not. There goes the hookshot coming in, but Aftershock maybe not the best play. Ice Path is going to get sprouted as well. The Shadow Push, they're using everything on him. There's the Cogs, mana burning him, but it doesn't matter. Jakiro is going to pick up that kill there. And some interesting little trades coming in. Clockwork with maybe a questionable hookshot at best. I guess he didn't know how many were there. I think he was just trying to save Hydra. Didn't end up working out for him. Now they're going to go straight for this tier 1. So there was that point where Pain International, they were getting kills and they were starting to make Pain BR throw away their advantage. But now they're going to go ahead and dive again on TT with the Sprout. And here comes a Dream Coil though from DDX and a big silence. Nice disruption defensively from Med. And DDX taking a lot of damage. There's the phase shift. Fullback wants to fight here. He's got coup de grace. Ned might be in some trouble. Hand of God's going to go. 1 down right now on the side of Pain BR. That is, of course, the Nature's Prophet. They will back off there. So as I say that, they push back that push coming in from the side of Pain and Pride and all of the side of Pain BR.
This is a very back and forth game. I see.
Yeah, that's one way to describe it. I'd say.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call it back and forth.
Okay.
They really need to get this Wisp to 6. It's really important. Like, Wisp spent most of his time dead. It's really unfortunate for them. I think if the Wisp hit 6, this game would spiral out of control for Pain International. I don't think Pain Brazil has like a really good answer for the early relocate. Because if they were to fight 5-on-5, I don't think Pain BR would win. And if they try to split farm, then you're gonna get Wisp on. So, not to mention there's also a clockwork. So
yeah, exactly, which we talked about in the draft at length. But have they missed their opportunity now? It's starting to get. I mean, 13 minutes, level 6 IO is not the worst in the world. I mean, they've given up a lot of kills, but is it still a little bit? What I'm asking is Pain BR okay with where they are, even if they get level 6 on the IO?
I think, yeah, they should be okay. I think by the time Wisp is halfway to 6, I think by the time he hits 6, Furion will probably have his mech. I think.
Oh, Smoke Dash Net coming down here right now. Soul Catcher, Ice Path as well. Fullback in some trouble. He can Phantom Strike away, but Minos here is going to Sprout. Sprout on 2. Fullback in some trouble as he Blink Striked in. Fullback, he might survive with that tether. He's really speedy. He's going to get sent back home from the Hydra, and they end up saving the life there. Nicely done coming out from the side of Pain in. And he's going to TP top as well and just try to stop this push coming in from Pride.
That was a really good save on their PA. They really needed that. They really cannot let him get any further behind.
Right. And, I mean, he needs some CS desperately, like you said. He's actually at 52 right now. He's caught up pretty significantly. Wow, he's done a very good job of catching up here.
Yep.
I'm very surprised.
He probably had like less than 10 at like 5 minutes, something like that. And
right.
He was almost like double or triple behind the Weaver. So yeah, he did a really good job catching up.
So this game's certainly not out of reach from both sides right now. If we look at the graphs, 1,000 experience lead is actually going to the Radiant side for Pain International, but there is a 4,000 gold lead, but that is, of course, from those Tier 1 towers as well as the kills that they've gotten. If we look at the items right now, Mino is going to go, like you said, he went for that phase boots pickup. He might have actually had mech already if he decided to just forego those phase boots altogether. Blink is done for the Jakiro, by the way. Did not see that coming. Speaking of Blink, TDX is going to pick one up himself. Oblivion staff up for Fuzzy. He's going to go for the Orchid build again, and that's probably the strongest build on Queen of Pain as of right now. It's what everyone seems to go. Aftershock has actually picked up a mech of his own right now, so he's already got that, which is very nice to have. Chen will deny the tower mid. Nicely done. And I think they just really need to get some more farm on this Phantom Assassin, who's leading the way in last hits, by the way. He's going to have Drum relatively soon. And
I think
level 6
he has it
TT
already
as well. He does?
Yeah, he has it already. It's already on the courier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so this mech pickup for the clock is really big. Like this Wisp is just about to turn 6. I think what they can start doing is I think they can start basically 3-man pushing towers now. Like they really need to catch up on towers. As far as the XP goes, like they're slightly ahead. Now they just need to get some map control back in their favor.
Yeah. And if they get those towers, that's a lot of the gold that they've been missing back in their favor, like you talked about. I mean, but the surprising thing to me was we talked about TT not being level 6 yet at like 12 or 11 minutes into the game, and it's almost 15 now, and he's still not level 6. So it's taking him a while to get there, but now they've got Phase, they've got Drum the Phantom Assassin, and with level 1 Coup de Grace, you're going to be doing some damage. The critical chance is 50%, so that doesn't change. The damage does change, however. And the scary thing is, surprisingly enough, she didn't go for... Is this the right build? I mean, do you like the Blur level 1 and just go for Phantom Strike because the cooldown is reduced? I was surprised. I thought you might want to go for Blur instead of the Phantom Strike build there.
It kind of depends. This is the standard build. I think my preference is that if I'm in this kind of position, like I'm not exactly snowballing out of control and I'm not like ahead, it's kind of even.
Right.
I actually prefer to keep my Blink at level 1 and my Blur at level 1, and I actually start picking up stats. This is actually a I guess AUI tip he gave to me, because before I told him about my previous build. My previous build was that if I was behind and I needed to survive, I would level up. I would max out Blink. My Blur, and keep my Blink at 1 to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And then he believes that having stats and keeping the Blur at 1 is a lot better than the other way. So
Who are
I
we
actually
to disagree
agree
with him? I mean, he is
Yeah.
Theory Crafting Master, AUI 2000, Rod of Atos, etc., etc.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and I think the stat build would have been really good here, considering like if you look at Pain Brazil's lineup, they have so much nuke damage. Like it's pretty much all nuke damage. The only physical DPS is going to be mainly from the Weaver at the moment, but at this stage it's just all nuke damage. So I think having stats is definitely something that's worthwhile.
Yeah, but instead going for that 3 Phantom Strike, the 1 Blur. Blur, of course, nice to have, but she definitely needs to catch up on some farm here, and she's getting it done right now. And they're backing off, as you can see, en route is Pride, and not too far behind is Mino, of course, and in the jungle, Gizzy. Gizzy's had some nice ice paths, and with that Blink Dagger, that's going to be even easier. And surprised that he built that early on, but I guess if he gets the farm, why not? You know, go for that Blink Dagger. So Ned and Fuzzy maybe trying to split push in the mid lane. There's no tier 1 here, it's already been killed. And at this point, do you think they need to put their foot on the gas pedal? Oh, never mind. There's going to be a Dream Coil, and Fuzzy's going to blink out. That's going to stun him. The hook shot now, and he is dead. Nice combination coming out from Aftershock as well as GDX. Just making sure that they ensure that kill. But what I was going to say is, does Pain Brazil need to keep their foot on the gas pedal here, or do they need to just cautiously farm and play their game?
I think at this stage they have to play very cautiously now. They basically have to defend these pushes, like as you see right now. They're basically using their mech advantage and trying to take towers back to get map control back into their favor.
Right. And Ned is sitting here. This is not the best position. He's very, very in a precarious position right now. They will try to push this back. More TPs are coming in, but will this be denied is the question. But there's the blink, the silence as well. Ned is in trouble. The ice path, nicely done. Now the TP is coming in. Hand of God coming in from the Hydra, and the Hydra's in some trouble, as you can see. There's the Scream of Pain. That'll grab the kill. Aftershock, Sonic Wave on him. He might fall next as well. Nice cock. Not going to save his life. That'll take a kill with the Shadow Poison. And the defense comes out, and it's not even in deny range yet. So nicely done from Pain Brazil. DDX does get out. He Illusory Orb jaunted into just pretty much he was trying to get out. And as soon as you saw that fight break out, he just said, screw it, I'm leaving. And he'll actually head down to the bottom lane and try to split push his bottom lane. So now we see Pride, he's going to come down here as well and just try to defend this. And in terms of items, what is Pride going to go, or what do you think he should go here in this situation?
I think getting standard Lincolns and MKB is a really good choice here. You definitely want that MKB so you can deal with the PA. Lincoln Sphere will definitely help you with your survival as well. So I think that's probably the best build you can go. Something I wanted to mention was that engagement at mid was really funny because I don't think Pain International realized just how many Shadow Poison stacks they had. That was the reason why it was so in favor for Pain Brazil. Shadow Demon actually had 6 stacks of poison on the Clockwork and the Chen. And when he popped that Chen was pretty much like half his life was gone already. Yeah. So they had to run after seeing that. It was quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and I didn't even notice it as well until like you saw Ned pick up that kill on the Chen there, and it's level 4 Shadow Poison, by the way. So the stack damage is 65. And that's a lot of damage coming out just from Shadow Poison alone. And this is a build that I love on Shadow Demon. Just getting 1 Disruption, 1 into Soul Catcher, and then maxing your Poison. Yes, you get the more bonus damage from the Soul Catcher if you max it, but the Poison, I think, is better for early game fights if you can get those stacks off like we saw. And with that being said, I mean, they got 2 kills there. A disconnect did come out from DDX, so we actually are waiting on that. We apologize for the delays, but still, though, I think while that was all happening, Phantom Assassin was just farming away up in the top lane. He's got 87 CS now. His phase and drum are done. He's got 1,400 gold in the bank. And I think BKB is probably the next item for Phantom Assassin, unless you want to go for lifesteal. But I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but BKB is probably the way to go here, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think he could. I don't think he really has anything to fear in terms of physical damage right now. If I was him, I would probably just start pumping stats for now, and then pick up the BKB to nullify all that nuke damage. It'll definitely keep him alive in fights. I think the only problem is just whether or not his Wisp can stay alive. It's really important that his Wisp stays alive.
Yeah, and that Wisp is going to need to be pretty much on point. He is level 6, by the way, so TT can now start being effective with those relocates. Meanwhile, top lane, they're going on fullback. There's the Demonic Purge, but here comes DDX with a nice Dream Coil onto 2. They want to take Fuzzy down. Fuzzy taking a lot of damage. Fullback trying to participate, but they get both those kills somehow.
That was DDX. Very nice counter initiation by DDX. I'm kind of surprised that the Wisp isn't like hugging his PA at all times. I think
shot on Gizzy. Big hook shot. Gizzy's gonna fall as well, and that's a double kill for DDX as he takes that. And I mean, Pain Brazil was just not in the best position. They were trying to go on fullback. They didn't have any vision of where everyone else was with two heroes, one of them being a Shadow Demon, who's not going to provide a whole lot. Now they're free to push mid here. There's no way that I think the Queen of Pain's going to be... Yeah, this is a tier 1 tower gone, even with that fortification and the treants being annoying. I mean, this tower is going to go. Aftershock's just saying, and DDX is just saying, take the freaking tower. Let's go, guys. There's the fort. TP now coming in. They do have a vision of that TP. They want to go on Pride. Pride's here. He's going to force Shikuchi. Now the tower is going to go down. Chen will pick up the kill. Now they want to get kills here on the side of Pain Brazil. Going to chase after Pain Int, looking for the Shikuchi. And they're actually going to just try to pick off the Chen creeps as well. And that might be the end of the chase there.
Ooh, he doesn't even get the Satyr. How unfortunate.
Yeah, that's Satyr.
They blew a glyph, and they couldn't do anything. They tried to time their TPs and defend it, but unfortunately they couldn't get anything with that.
Yeah,
I think at this point, I think it's very possible for Pain Brazil to sneak in Rosh. They don't have any. Pain International doesn't have any wards up. They are on the run right now. I think right now is a very good chance to sneak in Rosh.
Yeah, I mean, and they did it the last game too, which is surprising, you know, why they're not going for it again. Of course, they had the Visage plus the Medallion of Courage in the last game, which makes roshing, you know, quite a bit easier. And then now it looks like Pain is actually ready to deal with any sort of initiation from Pain BR in the jungle. God, it's Pain and Pain, man.
Pain.
The flare coming out, and it looks like Pain BR wants to back off now, so they will.
That could have been really bad for Pain Brazil if they got caught out there. They don't have their Weaver with them, and Weaver doesn't have a TP.
Yeah, and he provides a lot of the damage in these fights. Of course, fullback is up here in the top lane, continue to farm. BKB is going to be the next item choice. He's got that Mirthful Hammer. Here comes Pride. He's going to try to do some damage onto him, but there's the Blink Strike. There's no vision here. Now a TP coming in. This is the Wisp. And we have yet to see a relocate, by the way, and they can actually relocate bottom if the fight breaks out. So Pain Brazil have to be very careful about this. In fact, they're getting chased down here, and DDX wants to go on Mino right now. Hook shot is going to latch. There's the relocate coming in. Meanwhile, Ned trying to disrupt, trying to survive. Mino, he's going to fall first from fullback, or TT. Yes, TT will grab that kill. Hand of God's going to go. Ned, he's going to fall down. There's the Dream Coil. Fuzzy's in some trouble as well. Fullback just running right into him. Fuzzy's going to fall, and the Hydra picking up that kill. They get brought back. There's the Ice Patch, but Gizzy, can he get out? It doesn't look like it. He can blink into the trees in just a second. Will do so. No, he blinks out of the trees, forcing DDX to blink into the trees. Doesn't have enough mana to lose your orb. They're going to actually stop this chase, but a 3-for-1 trade, and they're actually going to try to push this tower up in the top lane too.
I think they might be able to get... I think they're only going to be able to get one tower here, but that was a really good play by Pain International. They realized that because Weaver, they saw Weaver, he was up top, he didn't have a TP, and they knew their other team, or Weaver's teammates were all at bottom, and they took that chance to just jump on them and immediately relocate, and then won that team fight.
Yep, and now a TP up in the top lane. Ned looking for more. Now another TP coming in. Nature grab TP from Mino. He wants somebody. No, he's not going to find it. He's using his face boots, but here's Pride. He's one side courier. He's not going to get it. Pride's still chasing. He wants TT at least. TT might be in some trouble. There's going to be the Swarm roaming out as well, not hitting TT. Nice tether, long way, not enough damage. There's the Silence coming in. Demonic Purge onto DDX, fullback. He's in some trouble right now. He just used his Phantom Strike and use it again. There's the mech going through. This one from the Clockwork as well. And the chase, the long-winded chase from Pain BR picks up no kills. Again.
That was a really good save from Pain International. They're really doing a good job in responding to these ganks. Oh, and here comes a hook.
Hook shot. Nice disruption from Ned, but I don't think he's going to get saved here. Ned taking too much damage. The Silence will pick up the kill. No, Aftershock's going to grab it with his battery assault. And now it's turning way in favor. Like, it's just complete 180 right now. Yep. Relocate.
Oh, and
bottom lane. They're going to go right on top of Mino. Tetherstone, Phantom Strike as well. Mino taking a lot of damage, and he's going to mech up, but it's not going to be enough. There's the Phantom Strike again, but here comes Pride. Can he save him? Cycling Dagger will get the kill. Leaving? No, I thought he was going to leave fullback for a second. I was scared. I was like, oh, don't do that. But fullback, he gets brought back, and now they're going to go for a top lane push. With no fortification, this tier 1 is as good as dead here.
that was so unfortunate for, I mean, I don't think he would have survived anyways, but he sprouted himself the moment they relocated and just shattered the trees, broke the trees.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about that. So, you know, yeah, Pain International, they're securing towers. It's definitely taking a huge swing in their favor. Well, actually, yeah.
Gold's even. So, I mean,
Gold's
it
even,
was
but
at 4,000 before, and now it's even. And that's a big deal. The experience, 5,000
it's,
experience lead.
yeah,
Oh,
the
Ned.
experience is huge.
Ned. Ned, no. No, Ned is dead. Ned is dead,
Poor
ladies
Ned.
and gentlemen, and that ice path will not save him now.
I found it kind of funny when you mentioned the Jakiro having the blink dagger. I think it's a really good item, but it really hasn't paid off for him ever since he got it.
Yeah.
It saved his life one time, but they haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, they've not been aggressive with it. They haven't really set up positioning now. Fullback's going to TP out of here, head down bottom lane, as of course pushing is Pride right now, and Pride's going to back off. He'll TP out as well up into the top lane. There are, of course, a bunch of towers left on the side of the Dire here. There's a tier 2 mid, tier 1 bottom, and a tier 2 bottom as well, obviously. And so they're starting to take these towers, and this is where this gold is coming from now. And now they have a 2,000 gold lead. So Pain International, or Pain in Argentina, whatever you want to call them, they've come back, and not just because of, like, you know, TT and his relocates, but more or less because DDX and Aftershock have had amazing initiation. So
Yeah, definitely. All those counter ganks really brought them back in, and then, like I mentioned, their team fight is definitely something that's like way stronger than what Pain Brazil has. Like Pain Brazil only has like a bunch of AOE, but the AOE isn't strong enough to overcome Hand of God and a mech.
right.
So they're definitely lacking damage. And I think at this point, as long as Pain International plays this like slowly, they can just take every single tower, take Rosh, and then continue farming. And there's not very many opportunities for Pain Brazil to catch up at this rate.
Yeah, while we've got a second, I do want to look at the items real quick. I haven't looked at them in a while. Puck's going to go for that Scythe device. As you can see, he does have that ultimate orb, so he'll be picking that up. Hydra's going for the Aghanim Scepter with that point booster. And there's a 4-step done for Aftershock, so he can be pretty mobile in fights. Oblivion Staves, 2 of them on Fuzzy, so that's going to be an Orchid Malevolence. Mech's done for Mino, we saw that already. Demon's Edge on Weaver, so that's going to be the MKB that you talked about. But he's not going for Lincolns just quite yet. We talked about the Blink Dagger, and that's about it for items right now. And that BKB is in fact done for the Phantom Assassin, and also picking up a Javelin on top of that as well.
Yeah, he picked up so many items with that one delivery. All he had at the time was face boots, drums, wand, and mithril hammer. And after that delivery, he finishes BKB and has a javelin. Like, you can tell how much they're just spiraling out of control at this stage.
Smoke gank now coming in from the side of Pain here. They're going to try to catch out Aftershock. Aftershock getting pinged on here. They're actually pinging on Pride right now. And now they're actually backing off here. They must know this is a smoke gang. The Hydra's backing off. They're trying to get in position. There's the Stifling Dagger. Fullback's going to initiate. BKB's going to go. Demonic Purge. Nice kiting usage there. Now nice path. Not doing a whole lot. Ned's in trouble. Sonic Wave. Meanwhile, Hand of God's going to go again. Nino taking a lot of damage. He'll fall first. Pride, time lapse is going to go there, as you can see, but Ned, he's in trouble. Silence going on Pride. There's the group coil. Nice ice path on the 2, but Hydra's got a double kill. Fullback chasing after Pride. He's got no time lapse anymore. He's going to fall. 3 down now on the side of Pain BR. And that smoke gang, Smanky still did not work in their favor. Oh boy. And Pain in. Now, can they not only, they could probably take a tier 2 and maybe even go to Roche if they want to. Might be difficult for them to do so, but they definitely have the lead now. They're going to take this tier 2 tower. That's going to be gold lead, which is already up to 4,000 now, and 7,500 experience. And this game has just gone in a complete different direction since about, say, 12 minutes in.
Yeah, like I mentioned, as you could see from that team fight, I think the moment once the Weaver got caught out, I think they just had to run. I don't think they should have stayed and committed to that fight. But like you could see from that team fight, once they blew all their AoE, there was nothing left they could do. The Hand of God and the mechanism just nullified everything. And
Relocate coming in. They want to chase after Fuzzy here. Pain TT is going down onto the river right now. Nice blink up onto the high ground coming in. Hook shot. Where's it going? Where did it hit? It hit on Mino. Mino definitely in trouble. He's going to try to spread himself. And that actually gets rid of the battery soul damage. Now he's trying to TP and he's going to make it out alive. So nice try coming out from Pain It, but not able to get the kills there.
That was a really good play by Fuzzy. Could have been a lot worse for him, but he noticed it very quickly. Stood in between the puck and the Wisp relocate, and then waited out for his blink duration and just got out of there safely. That was a really nice play by him.
Yeah. And he does have the Orchid, by the way. So, I mean, at the same time, we're talking a lot about Pain It and how well they're doing right now. They do have that 10,000 experience lead. Basher's done for the side of the Phantom Assassin, and there's a 5,000 gold lead, but not out of the reach just yet for Pain BR. They've got to do a lot in team fights. They got to have you know, some nice pickoffs. Smoke ganks would be really useful at this point, and even a Roche. But I think maybe you talked about earlier just sneaking a Roche. I think that time has passed. There's still no vision on the river, I think, from the Radiant side, but it doesn't matter. I think that they don't have quite the map control they had previously, and fullback, he's trying to be aggressive, but, well, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I think if they were to... I think what Pain Brazil needs to do now, all they can do is rely on this Furion to farm the entire map. Maybe they could bait the Furion for a Rosh kill, but even then, I don't think they have enough damage to kill Rosh, even if they did that.
Right.
Here comes the
relocate on
relocate.
Amino. And they're going to try to go for him. Nice Sprout, and he's going to try to TP out of there. He might be able to get him. No, the Tether Stun stops the TP. Now he's going to try to TP with his teleportation spell. Not going to be enough, and fullback grabs the kill. And that's just another kill in his repertoire. Plus he had Bash too, so he could count out a Bash kill, or a Bash to stop the TPs from going. So I mean, we talked about relocate, and they're not playing as 5 right now. They kind of played as 4, and they had him split pushing. He tried to TP out, but that's just the danger of the Wisp and the IO, and they let it go early in the draft, and it looked like they had a way of dealing with it early on when they were doing so well in that aggressive tri lane, but now it's just not working for them, and they're going to lose a tier 2 tower unless they fortify and defend, which it doesn't look like it's happening.
Definitely not. It's not something they can defend because Furion is currently dead. I think. Oh, they're not rotating to Roshan because they're pushing out mid. I believe they would be rushing any moment now, though. This is a really good time for them to do it. I don't think Pain Brazil has an answer to their team fight. I don't think they can fight on 5-on-5 anymore. They have to wait for Pain International to make a really big mistake to come back into this game, I believe.
Yeah, and I mean, Weaver's had this Demon Edge for a while, so his farm is stalled. His CS, if you look at it, it's sitting right now at 139, but 180 for the Phantom Assassin, who's doing absolutely fantastic. Fullback, well, he's playing that fullback role, and he's also getting farm on top of that. So 12,000 in terms of experience, 5,000 in terms of gold. Items, not much changing here except for the Aghanims for Nahydra. And
yeah. I think that's really big.
That is a big... I mean, that's, what, 45 seconds cooldown or 30 seconds cooldown?
30-second cooldown. Yeah, these team fights are really drawn out because it's just a bunch of nukes after nukes after nukes for Pain Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
So having that 30-second cooldown, it'll definitely pay off. I believe he'll be able to use it more than one time. So it makes it even harder for them to get kills for Pain Brazil.
A team fight going longer than 30 seconds, if that happens, and Pain BR is just like they're on the verge of maybe turning it around, and then another Hand of God comes in and be like, why? No.
Yeah, that's just how far ahead they are right now.
Yeah.
Honestly, but if you look at like the last hits, it's pretty close, but still, I think the competition is really not the competition. What word am I even looking for?
Composition?
The composition.
There we go.
Sorry.
That's alright.
Luminous Inverse is rubbing off on me. Jesus. Anyways,
listen, man,
their composition.
Casters have trouble with words all the time. I can testify to that, but sorry to cut you off.
And it's up.
Yeah, their composition is what's carrying them right now. It's like a really what can you do against this 5-man lineup with what they have, you know?
And I gotta give props to DDX for just having some outstanding initiations as well as Aftershock. I mean, DDX, especially early on into the game, saved a lot of fights for the side of Pain International, and it gave room for fullback. Whenever fullback was in trouble, DDX or Aftershock, or both of them were there to fight. And on top of that, speaking of Aftershock, he's got pretty close to an Aghanim Scepter. I mean, he started his point booster. He just needs 3,000 gold, and he's about 500 away from that to pick up the full Aghanim Scepter. And there's the Ubercliff ward, and this map vision, you can see, has changed completely. There used to be wards over at Roche, not anymore, and they pretty much control everything up until, like, this point here on the side of the Radiant. So the Radiant, they're going to be in the opposing jungle, they're going to be farming there, they're going to be taking whatever they want, and there's nothing they can do about it, really, and unless they can get a huge fight or a big mistake coming out from Pain In. Both of those they need for Pain Brazil to get back into this game, and right now it's just not happening. And we'll have to see what they try to do in response, if they're just going to sit, defend, and try to farm, but if they do that, then they're just going to push the advantage on Pain inside, so there's not really much of an option here for Pain
poor
Brazil.
Ned.
Ned again, not in the best place, and Aftershock's going to come in and finish him off. There comes Fuzzy, silence up on Aftershock right now. Now another TP coming in. Aftershock is still silent. Gem on the ground, he wants it. It does
he
go.
had no space.
It looks like Fuzzy picked it up there. And I made the mistake of the previous game saying that you can kill the gem, but I believe that is not true anymore. So Fuzzy did pick it up there and brought it back to base.
Yep, you cannot kill the gem anymore. You have to quickly drop an item. Unfortunately, the clockwork had 6 slots, so yep. Oh, and I think this is a rush timing. They basically have Pain Brazil bottleneck now, and they can just take it slowly and outfarm them. And once they feel like they have a comfortable lead, they can just start taking Raxes.
And where did this farm come from? Where it's like fullback has just gone on a tear of just CSing. He's at 228, and he just picks up his Abyssal Blade like it ain't no thing, and he's just gonna go mid and push this out. Well, as we have a pause, but while we have a pause, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for joining us tonight. This is the last game of the night. It is Minix, aka Pain Brazil, on the Dire side versus Pain International from Argentina on the Radiant side. Pain International, they've got quite the lead right now. We saw 2 great games earlier. For those of you that caught them, it was Smeagol versus Typical Mistakes and Smeagol versus Pain Brazil, who's playing in this game, as you can see. Once again, I am Mott. With me tonight is Aosin, and of course, like I said before, AC. He's on his way to DreamHack Summer, so you guys have me for the next few days, and yeah, we've got some great games coming up. And well, you play in this league, I believe, Aosin. So, what do you think about the teams in the league right now?
Well, I'm sad to announce that I don't think I will be playing in this league anymore. But I mean, all the teams here. I mean, if you play in the Americas, everyone's. I believe that everyone in this league deserves the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, any like everyone here is a familiar face. Everyone's scrimmed with each other. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
I think, although like the thing about it is, it is a little harder for the anyone that's not Liquid, EG, or Dignitas.
Right.
I don't. Yeah, I mean that's easily the top 3 contenders. But one of my favorites for this tournament is Arctic Gaming. I really like watching those guys play. They always make upsets and that kind of stuff. It's really entertaining to watch those teams. But as far as the other teams go, I think the competition is fairly balanced. I like to say, and then there's like this huge spike
From the
you know
pro
what I mean?
teams. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, if you're not going to be doing this anymore, man, I mean, like I said before, casting slot, professional caster, that's always an option.
Professional caster. I don't
right.
know about that.
So you sound like, when I did it with Arteezy, he was like, oh, I don't want to be a sellout, guys. I'm a sellout now for being a caster. I'm just like, since when is casting sellout, guys? I'm sorry, but listen, it's always available to you. But if you want to go for the player route, I can respect that. I just wish I was good enough to form my own team someday.
Yeah, man. I wish I was good enough to form my own team too. Seems like no one wishes to stay.
You formed 2 really great teams, and I gotta say, you've done a lot of stuff. I mean, I've watched a lot of your games, and I gotta say, I've enjoyed your play tremendously. So I hope to see you continue on forward, my friend. But as this is happening, fullback's gonna go ahead and pick up that Aegis, and like you said, that was the Roche time there, and they've got it now. And well, it's dwindling for Pain VR the time that they've got left here. Ned's sitting on the front lines. Ned, buddy, I don't know if that's the best place for you here. You've been getting caught out a lot. He's got 7 deaths. Nothing against Ned. He's had some great disruptions. He's really saved the fight a lot of the time, especially in the previous game as that Visage. But this game has not been his day. And Fuzzy will take the top tower. In the meantime, he's got to get back home now. But here comes the push into, and that Aghanim Scepter is done, by the way. So that's 2 hook shots probably in the span of 1 fight. And now there goes the overcharge onto fullback from TT. BKB done for the Queen of Pain just in time as they try to go for this. There is a fortification available, and we might see a big fight. Pride trying to go in right now. He's going to, of course, use that Shikuchi and back off. There are some worms there on the Chen creep. They're going to kill that and make sure they get rid of that vision. Wait for the next creep wave. And another flare going down to make sure they can just defend this top tier 3 here on the side of Pain In. Now they're still going.
They're just gonna slowly inch in. They have no rush. They're very far ahead right now. They feel really comfortable with this. They can just inch away at this tower, and if they do see a good chance, they can just go in at any time. They'll blow up anyone the PA goes on. You see his crits. He's critting for like 1.2k right now.
Right. And I mean, it's kind of a lot of damage. It's a little bit of damage.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Yeah. It's like the entire HP pool of every single hero on the Dire team.
Like everyone, yeah, and so they all actually are pretty squishy heroes when you think about it, because they didn't really pick any tanky heroes, and that might be a big deal. I mean, it's proven to be a big deal, as you can see. And Ned's stacking up that Shadow Poison, just trying to push this back, and it looks like Pain they don't want to go any further here. They want to go back to farming, which is a surprise. You think they might be more aggressive with that Aegis, but maybe they want to look for a pick-off with a Relocate or something like that with fullback and NTT, but I'm not really sure myself.
I think they're just playing it safe. There's really no reason to rush. They felt like their push was losing steam, and it's really hard to push it against all that spam.
Oh, Fuzzy. Now the hook shot coming in. DKB's going to go from Fuzzy, trying to blink out. They won't be able to get this kill now. Fuzzy wants to keep them there so that they can fight this. DDX and Aftershock. He's got a hook shot in 3, by the way. But nice BKB usage there, but that is down now for a couple of seconds. And now I think they might want to try to push in here.
I don't think they will. I think they're just going to keep... I think what they're going to try to do is they're just going to keep farming until maybe like a minute and a half or 2 minutes remaining on the Aegis, and then they'll make their move. And until then, maybe they'll wait out, a relocate pick off or something like that. Because I mean, if you look at Pain Brazil, they can't even leave their base. The only people who can leave is Furion and Weaver. And look at the Furion playing. He's super safe. He's teleporting and making trees and teleporting back. That's how safe he's playing.
And that's what he's got. I mean, he really can't do anything else because there's always that risk of them relocating right on top of them and then them getting back into the tier 3. And fullback, well, he's got plenty of money for buyback if that Aegis does go down and he dies again. They want to take this tier 3. Fortification available, not using it just yet, maybe saving it for the racks right now. They're pinging on it. Meanwhile, Pride trying to take the tier 3 down in the bottom lane on his own. Fortification's going to go on the Dire side right now. There's the relocate. They're going to jump right on top of Pride. He's going to Shikuchi out, but they're going to stay there for about, a couple more seconds, clear this creep wave, and then get right back to the action. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, this is where they fight the Dream Coil. Hand of God, hook shot onto Mino right now. Cogs are going to go. Mino's in trouble. He's going to take some damage. He's going to take a fall as well. Fuzzy's going to go down right now. 2 down, buyback coming up from Mino, and here they go. They're going to go right onto the racks. Weaver, meanwhile, he does take that tower. It's a base race. They're going for the racks themselves. Pride. Now there's TP in from, of course, the side Aftershock. There's the hook shot onto Pride. Pride, he can't time lapse. Pride is going to go down. Pride falls, and DDX is there as well. Meanwhile, back at the Dire side base, the back and forth affair. Fullback taking down the ranged racks.
Dire's middle barracks
And that goes down as well. They do defend the Raxes up in the top lane there for the side of Pain International with a very nicely timed Aftershock TA.
That's a dead dragon.
He's coming in. They're going to send fullback back, but Hydra, well, he's in some trouble. He is going to go down. It looks like nice stun from the Centaur combo. The Shadow Poison and the Weaver with the right click will end his nice little dominating streak there. Queen of Pain, well, she went down as well as, of course, the Jakiro, but all in all, a very good fight for the side of Pain International, who had to deal with a split push coming in the top lane, and then, of course, them trying to take the Raxes in the mid lane, which was interesting.
Yeah, that was a really good strategy from Pain Brazil. They definitely had like a really good idea of what they wanted to do. They wanted to basically let the Weaver try to solo racks and force the relocate back. And the moment that happened, they would go fight the remaining 3 heroes outside of their base. Unfortunately, a Clockwork, a Puck, and a Chen are way too hard to kill for them. And they couldn't do it in time. The Wisp and the PA came back, and they just got annihilated once they got back. But it was a really good attempt.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give them props. That tier 3, they did get that tier 3, and for a second it looked like they might have actually been able to get the Raxes, but the TPs coming back in were pretty nice to have. But on top of that, the Aegis is still there for fullback for another few minutes. Meanwhile, oh, there's the Abyssal, and Pride gets obliterated with a huge crit from fullback. That's not even fair. That Abyssal, he's level 20 now, and he's just critting like a monster here. And so Pride down for 58 seconds. Let's check his buyback status. He does not have it. He actually used it in the previous fight. He's down for 4 minutes and 25 seconds. And so this is going to be the moment of truth, I think, if they can defend without him. And it's going to be tough. 2 heroes up in the top lane right now for Pain International here. And that's the 2 initiators. They're going to throw up that Illusory Orb. Not going to initiate. Oh, there's the John actually going into the... Going to throw up the Hex on Mino. Hook shot now going onto Ned. Ned is in trouble. Relocate coming in. They're going to try to go into Kiro. There's the Phantom Strike. And the damage is enough. The Sonic Wave going. Aftershock still alive. DDX buys right back. Tether stun going. Fuzzy, he's got that BKB still for a couple of moments. Meanwhile, Mino with a huge crit from fullback. Fullback takes it. Double kill for fullback. Ned now getting initiated on. Another Phantom Strike. Fullback. He wants more. He wants
Ooh, look at that.
Huge, just decapitation onto Ned with the triple kill. He's beyond godlike. You heard the ooh from AOC. That's exactly how it went, ladies and gentlemen.
Dire's
That's a
top
tier 3
tower
gone,
is under
potentially
attack.
Rex, and maybe even GG. As Fuzzy's down here in the bottom lane, but here's CDX. The X coming in. He's got Dream Coil, by the way. No BKB for Fuzzy. Silence going. Where's the Dream Coil? There it goes. And he's going to get the Illusion Orb and the right click damage. DDX will take him down. Queen of Pain buys back. Here's Pride now. Trying to go toe-to-toe with DDX. He can phase shift if necessary. Will do so. Wait for it. He's got the blink. Blink right out. No, he's not going to. He doesn't use the blink in time. Aftershock now. On cooldown for 30 seconds. Only for 30 seconds. Hook shot and misses completely. He's getting sent back to base. Hydra, he's in some trouble. Scream of Pain going. Meanwhile, fullback's back in the fight. Pride, he gets stung from the Thatcher. Now Fuzzy, he's in some trouble. Abyssal, is it available? No. There's the test of fate. The Phantom Strike across. Double kill for fullback.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Yeah, they can't do anything about this PA.
No
this
way.
PA is. Look at his items. He's gonna finish the Satanic and he's gonna still have 4,000 gold. There's no way of stopping him at this stage.
He is farm.
Oh, look at that courier.
They
The
want
hero
the
courier.
They're not gonna get it. The gem on it, the Vlad's offering on it, not gonna grab it. Relocate coming in to help out fullback and just overcharge him and just make this tower a little bit easier to take. And well, that's a tier 3 tower gone. Will they continue to fight? Mino, Abyssal, the hook shot as well. Mino, nice disruption from Ned. Demonic Purge, Stifling Dagger. Went somewhere, curved away sporadically. Phantom Strike now. There's another kill for fullback with that crit. And they just fall down a bloody mess. Ned, he's next. Fullback, he spares no one. And another crit to finish it off. GG's called. Finally, fullback. What a game from him. DDX as well as Aftershock. And Pain International. What a game.
So yeah, like I mentioned, in the very early stages, I think it was, in retrospect, I think it was a mistake to give even a little bit of space to the PA and the Wisp. They should have definitely just completely shut them down and just hunted them down the entire game. I think that's the best way to deal with Wisp, honestly. You just follow him nonstop and try your best to keep him down for as long as possible.
Right. And you mentioned a little bit, like maybe in the mid game or close to it, they had that nice little advantage, and then they just decided to go elsewhere and just try to look for other fights. And then DDX came in and just pretty much saved fullback's life essentially, and they gave him more room to farm. But you got to say, what a great game from the side of Pain International, and that means that Pain Brazil, they dropped 2 games in a row, unfortunately for them. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of the broadcast tonight. Thank you very much for joining us here on twitch.tv/American Dota League. For all of you ticket viewers, thanks for joining us in client. Once again, check us out tomorrow. I think we're starting at the same time at 7 o'clock EDT. I'll be here. Of course, I am Mott. I'm standing in for AC, who's on his way to DreamHack Summer. You can follow me at MottDota2, which is spelled like this, on Twitter and Twitch. And with me tonight is Aosin. Any shoutouts, and where can they find you, Aosin?
You can find me on twitter.com/EosinDota. Shoutouts. Shout out to Luminous Inverse for constantly throwing games. Can never win with that guy.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Alright, but yeah.
Alright, guys. That's going to be it for us tonight. Stick around, talk some in chat, but as far as games go, that's it. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.